Hi there. As a longtime movie buff and recently christened cast iron cook, I've had a great respect for the star of screen, stage, and TV, Vincent Price. He was one of those persons who we instantly recognized in many roles across many famous TV shows and movies over the years, and so, of course, he became especially well known for his roles in such horror classics as House of Wax, The Fly, The Raven, and many others, and he made quite a career out of being Vincent Price, the icon of horror, having cameo roles and guest appearances on many TV shows. However, he was also known in social circles as a gourmet cook, and unlike many celebrities who push their so-called cookbooks, Vincent Price's love of fine food and cooking was a true lifelong passion, which led him to write and publish his labor of love, A Treasury of Great Recipes. This was a lovingly constructed and written cookbook he made for his wife, Mary, and he made sure to give her top billing as his co-conspirator and creator of many fine dishes. This book has since been accepted as one of the great cookbooks of the 20th century, and in early 2015, I acquired a copy of this magnificent tome. It's a compilation of recipes from great restaurants around the world, adapted for the American kitchen, and it's certain to suit any palate, though it especially favors meat-laden dishes brimming with delicious decadence. However, if there's one recipe from this book that has seen far more kitchens than any other, it would be Monsieur Price's recipe for Thanksgiving roast turkey. This recipe comes from the Wayside Inn of Sudbury, Massachusetts, and the book includes several recipes from this country inn, and for personal appeal, it certainly grabbed me. I happened to grow up in the town adjacent to Sudbury, and when my brothers and I were young, we spent many a Saturday or Sunday trekking across town to play in the woods surrounding the Wayside Inn and its accompanying gristmill. In my later days, I returned to the same town and once again lived within a stone's throw of this marvelous place that gave me so many memories. And because of this, I absolutely could not pass up the opportunity to make this dish, presenting it here in a tribute to the great Vincent Price.
This turkey recipe is actually very simple, but there's one thing that truly makes it stand out, and that's the homemade stuffing. You can certainly use your favorite bread stuffing and your favorite sausage for this turkey recipe if you prefer. However, Monsieur Price himself notes, the Wayside Inn stuffing, using home-baked bread and homemade sausage, has an old-fashioned excellence hard to duplicate with store-bought ingredients. The stuffing has 3 kinds of meat mixed in, including an excellent and easy homemade sausage recipe that's worth trying on its own. The recipe produces large amounts of stuffing and also large amounts of sausage, and there will be plenty of stuffing left over for you to serve separately with the turkey. And once the sausage is ready, we move on to the stuffing. Preparing the stuffing requires almost as much work as the turkey itself because we have to be sure the sausage is well cooked. We don't want undercooked sausage in the stuffing because we don't want any possibility that the pork could be undercooked even after the turkey is finished. Chopping up the celery and onion and frying it all together takes some time, so you may even want to prepare the stuffing the day before and keep it in the refrigerator until it's time to stuff the turkey. Once the celery and onions are soft and caramelized, we add the sausage to the cast iron skillet and fry the sausage until it's thoroughly cooked. We then add cooked chicken and cooked ham. It takes about 10 minutes for the sausage to be completely cooked. After this, we move it to a large mixing bowl and add 6 cups of breadcrumbs. These should be large grain breadcrumbs such as panko. From here, we mix in 4 eggs plus the spices for the stuffing, including crumbled sage, pepper, thyme, mace, marjoram, and salt. Finally, we moisten it with half a cup of chicken broth and knead it together into the prepared stuffing. And now we're ready to bring on the turkey. Monsieur Price prepared this recipe in the 1960s before modern-day food fads added all sorts of tweaks and modifications to roast turkey. This is a basic turkey roast, and it doesn't require placing the turkey in feet first or flipping the turkey or any temperature adjustments to the oven. It doesn't even mention brining the bird in advance because turkey brining only became popular in the 1980s and later. All we need to do is rub the cavity with salt and pepper, then stuff the turkey with our homemade Wayside stuffing. Remember, the turkey should be stuffed loosely, not packing it too tight, so the stuffing can thoroughly cook all the way through. This is why we made sure the meat in the stuffing was completely cooked before stuffing the bird. Now we coat the skin with melted butter, then sprinkle on salt and pepper. Finally, we truss the turkey and position the legs and wings close to the body. And there we are. The recipe calls for the turkey to be placed in a shallow roasting pan. I firmly believe a large cast iron skillet is the best turkey roasting pan in the world, and it's one reason to own a pan like this. We simply place the turkey into the pan and arrange 2 slices of bacon over the breast. Now we add 2 cups of water to the pan for our basting mixture. To this, we add the onion with cloves, celery, and carrots. We tuck in 2 bay leaves, then sprinkle parsley onto the liquid along with some thyme. And it's ready to go into the oven. The original recipe gives a wide range of cooking time, from 10 to 20 minutes per pound. This is why I used a probe thermometer when I cooked this turkey. I've found from experience that a large turkey is sufficiently roasted when the internal temperature reaches 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Based upon this goal, I've found a roasting time of 15 minutes per pound seemed to work just fine. Be sure to baste the turkey every 30 minutes. This is more to give it a good crisp skin than to preserve the moisture, because the real trick to a moist bird is not to overcook it. And with the turkey in the oven, it's now time to begin preparing the gravy. The original recipe gives instructions on using the giblets from the turkey to make stock for gravy. We simmer the giblets for 2 hours to produce turkey broth. This will be mixed with the pan drippings to make gravy. And with many thanks to Monsieur Price's recipe, here is our roast turkey Wayside Inn. Now it's time to prepare the gravy. We combine the giblets with all of the extras from the pan and boil the liquid to reduce and thicken it into gravy. As the gravy is being prepared, we can let the turkey sit for 10 to 15 minutes before serving. When the gravy is ready, we strain the liquid and discard the extras. We're now ready to serve our turkey. This calls for a fanfare worthy of the gourmet who brought us this recipe, Vincent Price.
I'm especially pleased with the way this turkey turned out, and I can only agree with the many folks who tried this recipe for their holiday dinner and found it to be unforgettable. There's very little I can say that hasn't already been said, and so I'll just let Vincent Price do the talking for me.
Let me tell you, the smell of this roasting should drive the most complacent family wild with desire. Somehow, the kitchen starts to smell like some wonderful magic is taking place, and believe me, it is. Your reputation as a cook should take off from here.
I'm not sure about my reputation, but this recipe and this cookbook certainly lives up to his. I'm proud to have given this tribute to Vincent Price, and I do hope you like it, and hopefully you'll give this a try. Thank you for watching.